Who's that? Liking without showing display. Am I audible? Somebody's there, or am I speaking to ghosts? Me. Come on, man. Somebody respond. Are you able to hear what I'm saying? No? My God. Am I audible? Somebody please type. No, not audible. Yes, yes, audible. Yes, you are audible. Oh, yes, nice. Yes, Barwa. No. Yeah, now I think I'm audible. Yes. Saurabh Bilwalkar is asking, how was your tour? Yes, my tour was fantastic. Jay Patel, yes. Preeti Gupta, thanks for the videos. Thanks for watching. PS Bora, শুনিছো হে তুমি অসমীয়া পাহৰি গৈছিলো Saurabh Bilwalkar, yes, you're audible. Alka Gaur, hello, namaste. PS Science and Engineering, yes, yes. Pawan Kumar, great to see all of you. Harry Sarao, Sir, Jupiter in Libra Ascendant, what will be result in natal also in Lagna with Venus, Mercury, Rahu conjunction? Shruti Sharma, hello, nice to see you. Rahul Gujjar, what happened when retrograde Jupiter in chart and also transit retrograde? Alright, so today I plan to speak on Jupiter turning retrograde. It has turned retrograde from yesterday. And do you think this topic is good or you want me to speak on something else? So if nobody wants that I speak on this, then I will skip this and go to some other topic. But if you think that I should speak on this, then please let me know. Bigton Kumar, hello sir, how are you? I am fine. Skotsky, yes. Audible, yes. Okay, so since nobody is responding, I assume that you want me to speak on this. Janvi ji, namaste. Monali ji, Monali RK. Nice to see all of you. Yes, so around 20-25 people here, so maybe I can start speaking. Deepu, namaste. How are you? I hope everything is good. Nikund Samani, great to see you. Bigton Kumar, you are giving your birth details. Vinay Jain. Alright, so I will start speaking. Bigton Kumar, how are you? कैसे हो आप? I am fine, sir. आप कैसे हो? Sir. Okay, so alright, so there was some problem in the connection. Now I hope everything is fine. Okay, Pavan Kumar is asking Nakshatra Parivartan between Rahu. Alright, so now I will start. So what's happening now is Jupiter is now actually Jupiter is right now station. All right, it is, although it is retrograde, but it has not actually started moving backwards. All right, so I mean it doesn't move backwards, but from the perspective of the Earth, it feels as if the planet is backwards. So what happens is whenever a planet is moving retrograde, or if you have a retrograde planet in your birth chart, so what it means is that there is some instability in whatever that planet represents. See, what is retrogression basically? Retrogression, there are many definitions, yes, and there are many ways how you can understand it. But just think of a scenario of retrogression like this. Suppose you want to go to the market, okay? So suppose today is a Saturday morning and you want to go to the market to buy some sabji, all right? So then what happens is you go out of your home and then suddenly after you are halfway in the market, on the way to the market, you realize that, oh, I did not bring my credit card or my debit card. Okay, so then what happens is you realize that there's no use of going to the market because I don't have my purse, I don't have my money bag, I don't have my wallet, I don't have my cards. All right, so in that case, what do? You don't go to the market, you come back, right? And when you come back, what do? You take the wallet from your home and then you go, or your purse or some money. So basically, when the planet is retrograde, it shows that situation, okay? during that time when you are coming back from the road to your home. So which means that there is something very strong which is going on in your head, right? Yes or no? There's something very, very, very important, very prominent. That thing is dominating in your head that time. Yes, it's like sitting on your head. It becomes very prominent. So whichever planet is retrograde in your chart, or whichever houses it is ruling, or whichever house it is sitting, yes, so it means that those things pertaining to that planet, that house, that lordship is very, very, very important in your life, and there is some very strong karma which is associated to those planets. Okay, so for example, if somebody has Jupiter which is retrograde, all right, so what does it mean? Now it can mean many things. So first, let's take the example of a Leo ascendant, for example. So if a Leo ascendant has a Jupiter which is retrograde, now here Jupiter is not only the natural significator of spirituality, it is also the ruler of the fifth house, because for Leo the sign Sagittarius is in the fifth house, right? So that means when anybody is a Leo ascendant and that person has a Jupiter which is retrograde, so then what happens is things pertaining to the fifth house, which is what? Fifth house is primarily the house of children. Yes, creativity, love, romance, etc. Those things will be very prominent in the person's life depending on the placement of Jupiter. Yes, so suppose a Leo ascendant has Jupiter in the first house, in Leo itself. So then what happens? The fifth lord is not only retrograde, it is also in the first house. Yes, it's in the Lagna. And for a Leo ascendant, Jupiter also rules the eighth house of transformation. So if any Leo ascendant has Jupiter in the first house, in the ascendant, yes, in retrogression, then it means that there is some very strong karma pertaining to children or pertaining to some uh, huge massive transformation which the person has to undergo in this life, because that is in the first house and eighth house shows transformation. So it means that there is something pertaining to the houses which you might be doing. Yes, so for example, for a Leo ascendant, if somebody has this placement, it can have that, it can happen that there were some very prominent spiritual values which you wanted to inculcate in your children, but due to some reason you could not do it. So in this life you are like, yo, yes, 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 I must do it, I must do it, I must do it. Yes, eighth house also represents the in-laws. So then that can happen that after you get married there can be some strong situation which demands you to take to spirituality, because Jupiter is the natural significator of spirituality. Yes, and it can also happen that you have a very strong desire to have children. Yes, children, I mean, after you get married you somehow want kids. So suppose you get married to somebody who suppose you are a woman and the husband says, no, I don't want to have kids now, I'll have after 5 years. You may not like to hear that. Yes, so because you may want kids very much, because that's like you went to the market and then you came back from there. Yes, because you want it very badly. Yes, you want it, you want it, you want it, you want it, you want it at any cost. Yes, you will do anything and everything to get that. So because of that, it is very important that whenever there is a planet which is retrograde in our chart, we focus on those aspects which the planet represents. So, for example, if Jupiter is retrograde in somebody's chart, it is very important that we do spiritual activities in general. Yes, and then you have to see which house is it retrograde. Yes, so suppose Jupiter is retrograde in the third house, for example, or fifth house, or ninth house. Yes, or in the first house itself. Then we have to make sure that we are doing it more diligently, because 159, these are houses, these are known as trinal houses, and they are very important houses. So that means our inner growth is linked to Jupiter very much. Yes, I mean, it is obviously linked to Jupiter, but if Jupiter is retrograde in anybody's chart and it is ruling the first, fifth, or ninth houses, or it is sitting in the first, fifth, or ninth houses, then karma pertaining to spirituality is very, very, very important. Why I'm saying this? Because if it is sitting in the first, fifth, or ninth house, then it will either ways aspect the first house, right? Because Jupiter has three aspects. So if it sits in the first, it will aspect the fifth, ninth, and vice versa. If it sits in fifth, it aspects the first and the ninth. and also if it is in the ninth, it is aspecting the lagna and the fifth house. So then anything which aspects the lagna becomes very, very, very strong. So here, if somebody has a retrograde Jupiter there in the trines, it becomes very important. And also it is very important that we take care of our children. Yes, and it can happen that after we get married and we have children, that retrogression can become active. So many people ask me that, oh, I have a retrograde Jupiter, I am at the age of 16, I don't feel that there is anything like retrogression in my chart pertaining to Jupiter. So then I'm like, wait till you have kids. So then you may find out that whichever sign Jupiter is or whichever houses Jupiter is ruling, yes, those areas become suddenly very much prominent in your life. It's like they become lively the moment you get children. Yes. So for example, if somebody is having Jupiter as the ruler of their fourth house, yes. So suppose you are a Virgo ascendant, then Jupiter rules your fourth house. So the moment you change your place of residence, suppose you go from India to Germany, suppose for example, so then what happens? And if your Jupiter is retrograde, it is placed in some house. Suppose your Jupiter is retrograde and it is placed in the 11th house. Yes, for a Virgo ascendant, I'm just giving an example. So then what happens is, suddenly you will find that after you go to foreign, you will meet a lot of spiritual personalities in the foreign lands and you will join some spiritual organization. Have you seen some people? They are sitting in India, but they're not doing anything spiritual. But suddenly they go abroad, all these things get activated. Yes. How that's happening? That is happening because this fourth lord, yes, fourth lord signifies your place of residence. So when there is some instability there, which is signified by retrogression, then you that retrograde Jupiter gets active, and because it is in the 11th house of large organizations, then you may go and join some spiritual organization, some big people you can meet. Yes, because 11th house represents big people in the sense not rich necessarily, those people who are trying to bring change in the society. Yes, so if a Virgo ascendant has a retrograde Jupiter in the ninth house, then it can happen that suddenly when you leave your homeland, suddenly you can go and meet a guru in the foreign lands. Yes, because ninth house is your guru. So whichever planet is sitting in the ninth house, that will bring you to the guru. Yes. So this is how you have to see. Now, suppose Jupiter is ruling difficult houses in your chart. All right. So suppose you are a Capricorn ascendant and Jupiter is ruling the 12th house because the sign Sagittarius is in your 12th house. So then what happens is you will realize that something pertaining to expenses, yes, or my subconscious mind, because 12th house also represents that which is in the background. Third house, 12th house, these are the houses of those things which go on inside you, right? So those some unsorted psychological baggage can be there for Capricorn ascendants, as now it is going retrograde. Yes, so for Capricorn also, for everybody Jupiter is retrograde. So uh, yeah, so for like that you can see for every sign, for every house, whichever house Jupiter is ruling, whichever place Jupiter is originally in your natal birth chart. Yes, so for example, if somebody has Jupiter in a air sign, okay, in your original birth chart, I am saying air signs means the sign of Gemini, the sign of Libra, and sign of Aquarius. Then now what is happening in transit? Jupiter is moving retrograde now. Yes, and then what happens? Because it is in trines to your Jupiter in your natal birth chart, so it is aspecting that Jupiter, yes, in trines, because Jupiter will always aspect the trines, the fifth and ninth houses. Then this period, yes, from the next 3-4 months when Jupiter is retrograde, this becomes very, 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 very strong and very powerful for you to start some new spiritual practices. Yes, especially pertaining to Leo ascendants, I know, because recently there was a girl who I had talked to, and I had suggested her to start mantras, and probably from tomorrow she will be starting the mantras. Yes, because why? Because Jupiter rules the fifth house of mantra. Fifth house is also the house of mantra. So Jupiter is currently stationed and it is about to go in retrogression. I mean, it has already started the retrogression, but it has not yet started moving. Actually, I mean, it has, but it's still stationary. Yes, so within the next 3-4 days, it will start its retrogression. Yes, so When the planet is stationary, what is happening is, whichever houses the planet is ruling and whatever the natural significations of that house is, of that planet is, those things come to a halt. Yes, halt means we don't want to do something new, or we don't want to do something which we are already doing. What we want to do is, we want to sit and we want to think. See, stationary planet is like a person who is sitting and meditating. Yes, that then what happens, you want to introspect inside. Yes, what worked, what didn't work. Yes, so whenever Jupiter is stationary in somebody's chart, then, or when it's stationary in transit now, so then it is very important that we go and have a look at our old spiritual practices which we had been doing, and we diligently try to improve them. We diligently try to do more of it, or we try to think that, okay, can I change something? Yes, or can I change my schedule so that I can chant my mantras better? So can I change my sleeping time so that I can get a bit early? Yes, and then I can do these things much better. Yes, or if there are some mantras like Mahamrityunjay mantra, which is suggested to be chanted in the night for some people, then when is the time I can do it? Suppose my work schedule is very demanding. Yes, so then now, for example, if you are a Cancer ascendant, then Jupiter is ruling your ninth house, and it is also ruling the sixth house. Yes, because the Mool Trikon sign Sagittarius is in the sixth house. Then it can happen that something pertaining to your daily work, or your colleagues, your co-workers, those things have become kind of halted now. Yes, so now you are seeing how to maintain your spiritual life, especially for Cancer ascendants, by being in the workplace. By being in the workplace, it doesn't mean that you go and chant mantras in your office, but it means that you are now trying to see that how can I put my spiritual practices within the day where I am situated. Yes, especially for Cancer and Libra, because sixth house is ruled by Jupiter here. So you are trying to see how to balance Jupiter with the sixth house. Which, what is sixth house? It is the house of daily work, schedules, and your daily job basically. Yes, that is what is sixth house. So you're trying to see that, okay, I am working from morning till night, then how do I schedule my mantras, how do I schedule my things of the day? Yes, which are pertaining Jupiter especially. So if your work schedule is very busy, then, and if you are staying awake till the night, if you are having night shifts, especially these two ascendants, then it can happen that you go and ask your boss that, oh, I need some time in the night, so I cannot work in the night, can you change my shift to the day? Yes, so these are some of the examples. And personally, exactly what is happening, that will depend on the entire horoscope, the natal placement of Jupiter, where Jupiter is originally placed, and how it is placed, and where it is placed. Okay, and the last thing I would say is, currently Jupiter is transiting in Libra sign. Yes, as we all know, and it is in the nakshatra of Vishakha, which shows trying to do things in parallel. So now we will introspect that those areas which Jupiter were ruling in our chart. Okay, so somebody is a Cancer ascendant, suppose. It can happen that they were trying to do some weight loss practices, and then they will realize that, oh, this worked, that didn't work. Yes, so one of my friend, he's a Libra ascendant, and there's another girl I know who is a Cancer ascendant. So these two are telling me that there are some issues in their workplace which they are planning to sort out. Yes, and then I give the example of Leo ascendant, that the girl, she is about to start chanting new mantras. So these are the things which I wanted to say. And because Vishakha nakshatra shows doing things in parallel, so now we may think that, oh, I have been doing 10 different things parallelly. Yes, but it is not giving me results, or is it giving me results? So these things we will try to introspect, and it's very likely that as Jupiter is going retrograde, those things will become more and more and more and more and more profound, and very soon we will stop our backward journey, and then when Jupiter turns direct, we will again start moving forward, and then we will now become more clearer about what worked earlier, what didn't work. Yes, so if your Jupiter is ruling the fourth house, for a Virgo example, or for a Gemini, because Jupiter is the fourth law, then something pertaining to your education, those things will become very prominent. Yes, and then we will try to philosophically see what changes we can do, because Jupiter is not a very practical planet like Saturn. Yes, so we will see what are the things which have worked, and we can how we can orient our philosophical side towards those areas which did not work, because Vishaka represents that split. Yes, we are this side also and that side also. And generally Libra is the sign of balance, and till the end of this year Jupiter will still be in Vishaka nakshatra, because even if it goes to Scorpio, the first 3 degrees is of Vishaka. Yes, so roughly till October November Jupiter is in Vishaka. So especially for Sagittarius ascendants and Pisces ascendants, this time is very, 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 very powerful, because your Lagna Lord is going retrograde. So whenever your Lagna Lord is going retrograde, that shows that you are revitalizing every area of your life. You are starting to think, oh, where is my life going? Is my life going good or is my life going bad? What do I need to improve? How do I become more spiritual? So especially for Pisces and Sagittarius ascendants, this is a very powerful time. Yes, and if your moon is also in Sagittarius or in Pisces, then also this is a very powerful time, because the dispositor of your moon is going retrograde now. So mentally you will start to revisit some areas which depending on whichever house moon is placed in. Okay, so that is it from my side, and now I will try to answer some questions. Okay, Preeti Gupta said hello, hello, namaste. All right, Harry Salau is asking, Jupiter in Libra ascendant, what will result in natal also in Lagan with Venus, Mercury, Rahu conjunction? So you are saying that you have Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, and Rahu in the first house. That's what you are saying, right? Yeah, so if there are so many planets in the first house, that can show that either you are a genius, because Lagna is the intelligence, and if you have three benefics in the first house, that shows that your inherent disposition is very positive. Okay, but here Rahu is also there, so it can show that at times you have this tendency to be lost or be confused, or you may try to do too many things, because Libra shows people who are a bit unbalanced sometimes. So be grounded, be creative, and that is how this is there. This is a very good combination, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury in the Lagna. And because it is retrograde, Jupiter is retrograde, so issues pertaining to your health and communication, yes, they will always be an integral part of your life, because Jupiter for a Libra rules the sixth house. Okay, Shruti Sharma, hello. Okay, Rahul Gujjar has asked, what happened when retrograde Jupiter in chart all and also in transit in retrogression? So this is what I had explained. First part of my video I explained Jupiter in retrogression in your birth chart, and now in transit I have explained what it means. Okay. Jay Patel, Jupiter retrograde in ninth house for Virgo ascendant, and also Jupiter Mahadasha. This I already explained, ninth house. All right. Yeah, and when the Mahadasha of Jupiter comes, these aspects will become very prominent. So you should search for a guru as soon as possible. Skotsky, good topic. Yes. Nikunj Samani, hi. Pankaj Kumar, namaskar. Gurudev, namaskar. All right. Pooja Shukla, this is Pooja Shukla, Sakuja Jain. Okay. Sorry. This is the first time live video. Okay. Nice. Welcome. Vinay Jain, nice to see your smile. Thank you very much. All right. Alka Gaur, sir, in Tula Lagna, there are in, yeah, I have explained about Libra. Okay. Rahul Gujjar. Okay. Now, let me go down. Chandpreet Singh, hello, sir. Namaste. Vinay Jain. Jupiter retro if 29 degree or 0 to 1 degree. No, it doesn't matter about the degrees. It is retrograde. It can be retrograde in 29 or in 1 degrees also. Biktan Kumar, sir, 8th house में Jupiter retrograde. So I don't know. It's in your natal chart. What is your lagna, or it is in transit? I don't know anything. Alka Gore is asking, Tula Lagna, there are Jupiter retrograde in the 4th house. Alright, so whenever there are combinations of 4th and 6th, it is very good for taking resolutions pertaining to spirituality, because 6th house is the 10th house from the 9th house. Yes, so And fourth house shows your home, that which makes you happy, that which keeps you contented in life. So uh, taking to spiritual practices will very much enhance your internal self, because see what's happening, Alka Gaur, when Jupiter is retrograde, especially in your fourth house, then it shows that unless you do spiritual things, you will not have much inner peace. Yes, if I am right. So the sixth fourth communication conjunction, this connection is very good. And for Libra, since Jupiter also rules the third house, it is a great time for spreading spiritual knowledge, talking to others about spirituality. Yes, so that will give you a lot of inner satisfaction. Natavan Vekulova is asking, Jupiter retrograde for Virgo rising means the ex lovers will come back. Okay, seventh lord is retrograde. Yes, it can happen, or you can start thinking of them. Yes, that can also happen. But now you will adopt a more spiritual approach rather than being materialistic so much. Yes, so if that is happening, then that's good. Uh, okay, so PS Science and Engineering is asking, I have retrograde Jupiter in ninth house for Libra Ascendant. Yeah, so for Libra Ascendant, since Jupiter is in your first house and it is becoming retrograde, irrespective of your natal placement, this is the best time to practice spirituality. So start chanting some mantras, your life will improve. Okay. PS Barwa, first house, Jupiter retrograde. Say something about it. Madam, I have already said, I think. Koisu mohe. Atul Kamath, my god, 4 degree Jupiter conjuncts Saturn and Capricorn both in Uttarashada for Leo Lagna Mithun Rashi. Ridhi Sharma is asking, I have Moon Rahu conjunction in fourth house. What will be its impact? See, whenever Moon and Rahu are conjunct, that shows that we are not very well connected with our emotions. Yes. So because of that, we don't stay grounded. I've seen this. This is typical with Moon Rahu. They're in some kind of a cloudy zone where they feel that whatever they want will one day become reality, but that may not happen. So the thing is, we need to be spiritually grounded, and then we need to be very realistic in our approach to life, and then we can understand what's reality and what's illusion, because Rahu is the karaka for illusion. So when Rahu and Moon are conjunct, this always keeps the mind in illusion, and especially if this is in the fourth house, this thing can be much more profound. Twinkle Ganguly, hi, very nice to see you back live after so many days. Yes, nice to see you also. Shri Ganesh is asking, Namaskaram Gurudev, how to improve planetary karma with Jupiter? Yes, by doing spiritual activities, by fasting on Thursdays, by giving donations to spiritual personalities, to temples, and then the most important thing is to spread spiritual knowledge. So, whenever you have read some verse from the Gita, then you go and share it with your friends, your family members, provided they are interested. That's how you improve your planetary karma with Jupiter. Yes. Adi, hi, hello. Oh, you said hello. Okay, hello. Chanpreet Singh, retro Jupiter in 12th house for Cancer Ascendant. So, if Jupiter is retrograde in the 12th house, then that shows that performing spiritual activities will give you a very good sleep. You will feel a lot of rejuvenation inside. Yes, you can meditate very beautifully with these placements. So, don't lose this opportunity. Shalini Gupta, what about retro Jupiter in first degree? How is the effect for Libra Ascendant? I have already spoken about Libra, Leo, Virgo. So please watch this video again. बिक्टन कुमार, कभी हिंदी में बोला करो. बोल तो रहा हूँ सर हिंदी में. Sarvanan Chandra, are you from South India? Sarvanan Chandra. Sakaran, okay. Moon in fifth house, Scorpio Ascendant. How to improve the moon? Okay, for moon there's a very beautiful mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That mantra you can chant. That is pertaining to the fourth house, because Lord Krishna is the avatar of Vishnu, which is connected to the fourth house. So that improves the situation of moon. And watch my video on moon remedies, which I have made. So you can search in my channel Moon Remedies. So there I have suggested a lot of practical things which you can do. Okay, Sarvanan Chandra. Okay, Vidya is asking, when a planet goes retrograde in transit, does it add more emphasis on person who has Jupiter retrograde? Yes, yes, yes. Very good question. See, if you already have a retrograde Jupiter and now Jupiter is again going retrograde, then that's like 10 times more, because whatever you wanted to do now you can do. So anybody having retrograde Jupiter in any house, any sign, conjunct anything, now is the best time to start. All right, because now it is retrograde in transit also. Samir Punj is giving hello. Okay, he is giving the sign of elephant. Thank you. Uday Raj Mehra, Sarji, Mars and Saturn in 12th house, Scorpio Ascendant. What is the result? I have to see the chart, man. This is on Jupiter's retrogression. Samir Punj, Jupiter is stationary for 3 days till 13th, I guess. Okay, thank you for the information. Saurav Paul, if Jupiter is the seventh lord, yes, but things pertaining to marriage and relationships, those things can come alive suddenly out of nowhere. And you may want to pursue those things pertaining to wherever Jupiter is retrograde in your chart, okay, in transit. Scott Ski is asking, what if Jupiter is 10th lord but it's not retrograde in natal chart? What does this transit say? Yeah, even if it is not retrograde in your birth chart, things pertaining to your career, yes, the 10th house especially deals with your focus in life. So you will want to see which areas are you focusing. Is it giving you fulfillment there or is it not? So even if it is not retrograde in your birth chart, when in transit it becomes retrograde, it is still very important. For Gemini, Ascendant Jupiter retrograde in the 11th house. Very good time to join some spiritual organization. I am Yogesh Magiwar is asking, I am Leo Ascendant and Jupiter is retrograde in the third house. I have spoken about Leo Ascendants, that this is very good time to start chanting mantras. Okay. Saurabh Bilwalkar, I have Jupiter in first house in Capricorn Ascendant. How can I use this time? So Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn, but it has directional strength because it is in the first house. So this means that you can have some initial struggle when you are starting spiritual practices, but because it is in directional strength from the Lagna, that shows that you will obtain great help and eventually you will obtain people who can also support you in this. Yes. So whatever is the placement, you can start doing spiritual activities. How can I use this time? Obviously, you can use it positively. Ruchi Madan is asking, Mahadasha of Jupiter for Taurus ascendants. Jupiter is in the 11th house. Okay, so for Taurus, Jupiter is a functional malefic, yes. So there can be some lessons which Jupiter wants to teach you. So embrace those lessons, Ruchi Madanji, and then you will find that after you do these spiritual practices, you will overcome them effortlessly. Okay. Okay, Jaswinder Singh is asking, Sagittarius ascendants, Jupiter retrograde conjunct Mars. Okay, so for Sagittarius, this is important 20,000 million billion times because it's your Lagna Lord, man. Your Lagnesh is going retrograde. This is the best time. Sagittarius, Leo, and Cancer are the luckiest because Jupiter is ruling the. This for Sagittarius, it's ruling the first house, and for Leo, it is ruling the fifth house. Yes, and for Cancer, it is ruling the ninth house. So beautiful time. Your trinal lord is going retrograde. Can't be better than this. Start something, man. Start reading the Gita from today itself. Varma. Jonathan Bohanan is asking, Mars Ketu in third house for Leo ascendant. I don't know what's your question. Varma is asking for getting married. Any remedy video can you do in this 3 days? Jupiter is Dara Karakin. Yeah, you can do remedies pertaining to Jupiter. I will make a video on remedies pertaining to Jupiter. So hold on. Okay, till then I will make sure I make it by the next week. Alka Gaur, thank you, sir. You are right. Okay. Gagan Singh is asking, Guru Mahadasha. Guru is in second house in natal chart and now in 12th house retrogression. Okay. Guru is in second house, so it is good for you to go and meet some Guru personally because second house is the house of resources. So in that case, you need to have a resource to pursue spirituality. Okay. Vinay Jain, thank you for this beautiful session. Thank you. Rohit Varma, Aries ascendant, Jupiter debilitated in Capricorn. What will be the effect? Forget about what Jupiter is doing. Now you start doing spiritual activities, because for Aries, ninth lord is in the 10th house. Yes, so that shows that a lot of spirituality is coming to our daily life, because 10th house shows our daily life, right? Our primary karma. So that's a very good combination, although it is debilitated. So that shows that we did not work much on it on our past lives, but in this life we can act very much. All right. Okay. Vidya I am saying thank you, welcome. Ria Patel, I am Sagittarius ascendant, Jupiter in 7th house. What will be its effects? And Rahu Mahadasha Dasha, I can't say, I have to see the whole chart. Shalini Gupta is saying, can you tell mantra for Jupiter to improve its effects in the horoscope? Yeah, there are many mantras for Jupiter. I have to see specially. Yes, Mrityunjay mantra is one, and then there is Vyas mantra also. So I cannot say the mantra especially here, because then if I say, then people will start chanting. For moon I gave the specific remedy pertaining to the 4th house, but for Jupiter I can't give any specific mantra here, because Jupiter has some rishi mantras associated with it, especially Vyasdev. So those mantras need to be very precisely chanted and very carefully chanted after diligence. So I cannot suggest any mantra pertaining to Jupiter, but you can generally chant the mantras of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, these two, and Lord Shiva also. These three are very powerful. Yes. All right. Ifat Sheikh is asking, Jupiter in Gemini in Kundli for Aquarius ascendant and retrograde. Wow, Jupiter is in Gemini. It is in your trines. Beautiful, man. So whenever you are doing spirituality, then also preach it. Okay. All right. So my battery is getting over now. So I will close this session. Okay. So I hope that I could answer some of your queries. And if you have any other queries, questions, then please let me know. Okay. Until next time, I hope I could help you and use this time for spirituality. Okay. Bye bye. So I'm going out to eat pizza now. Okay. See you.